And we're recording.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's Cody and Emery. We're doing something a little different today for this ADHD burst.
Yeah. We're playing a nifty game called Perihelion. It's a siren song game by Megan Cross.
We will definitely put the link to this game in there. Also, just check out Megan Cross. They make a lot of cool games, and this likely will not be the
only one we play.
Yeah.
But the little intro card to it, Perihelion, noun, the point in the orbit of a planet or other body at which it is nearest to the sun. Perihelion is a game about the sun and the moon and the relationship they share. The sun and the moon have occupied the same heavens since time began, countless cycles, countless nights passing by without contact, lifetimes of wordless travels through the heavens. But this time, it's different. This time, they are not two ships passing in the night. This time, they are together. This may be the first time, or the 1000th time, but this cycle will be spent together in the stolen moments between day and night.
And Cody and I have decided that I'm going to be playing the moon.
And I will be playing the sun. And there are two different ways to play the game. There's a waxing game and a waning game. We will be playing a waxing game that tells the story of a relationship beginning and growing. During a waxing game, make small moments big, wear your heart on your sleeve, and leave nothing unsaid.
Cody and I also talked a little bit about the details, and it's just this is the start of a new cycle, and who knows how many we've had before, but the relationship has always been different, and when a new one begins, it's like meeting each other all over and almost meeting
the new version of them. It's a pretty straightforward game. It's played in 8 phases. And each phase of the moon has a die assigned to it, either a D4, a D6, a D8, or a D10. We will roll them at the start of each scene to see how many minutes we have to play through that scene. And each game, waxing and waning, have different prompts that you get to play through for those things. And while the game says you can just choose them as you please, whatever fits the story, Emery and I have agreed we're going to roll for it. There's 8 different scenes since it's 8 different phases, and we're just going to roll for it.
Yeah. And with that, the waxing game we are playing starts with a waxing crescent, which is just a D4 of time, and we will be setting a timer. We'll have time in between scenes where we pick the scene, we kind of talk about what we want it to be and do a setup, and then we'll roll, and that's the time we have. So we could get cut off without any satisfactory conclusion.
With the potential exception of once per game, there is an eclipse move. And if we determine that we're not ready for the scene to end, we can trigger the eclipse, and that means the two have refused to be parted and are free to finish the scene as they choose. But we only have one, so we have to really...
Yeah. It has to really feel like this is a scene that needs to have a conclusion.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, why don't you get us started with our first prompt and how long we'll have for it?
Okay. I rolled a 6.
So our first scene will be something given.
Oh, hello.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's good to see you again.
You as well. You're looking well.
You're looking great.
Thank you.
You always look great. Very bright. Did you get brighter? I think you got brighter.
Possibly. But I had a feeling we'd be crossing paths again soon. So I brought you something this time.
Oh, you did?
Of course.
I didn't get a feeling I didn't bring you anything.
It's all right. Your presence is more than enough. I will remind you.
Oh, right, yeah.
Audio only format.
Just Moon looks a little sheepish.
Sun hands over a small box. You would expect something brighter from the sun, but It's a black box wrapped in a clean silver ribbon, tied in a neat bow.
Think Moon looks at it for a bit and then very gingerly, so as to not destroy the ribbon, opens it and then pops open the box to see what's inside.
It takes a moment to kind of process what it is. But then the moon will realize it's a small box of stardust. Both heartbreaking in a way, because you know stardust means. Scene 2 will be a private moment.
Hi, again.
Hello again.
I didn't get to thank you for your gift, but I did something with it for you.
Oh?
I think Moon kind of takes Sun's hand, and just leads them, Sun, to the sky, and points at some of the stars, and I feel like the sun is mostly up right now, like it's very brief, and it's like, I made it so that these will stay with you.
And the sun kind of smiles. They know these are not necessarily new stars, but not stars that were there before.
Yeah.
Because as a star themselves, they kind of have that connection to these things throughout. But they smile, and the irony of the statement of it warms them, because the sadness of these stars having died to make that stardust is made better by the fact they were given a new life.
Yeah. Even if it's a unique and maybe brief.
Mm-hmm. They may be washed away the next time a comet shoots by them, but for now, their beauty is put back in place.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's good to see them back in the sky.
I think Moon looks at Sun and just kind of has a big smile and goes, it's been a long time since we've seen each other, and it might be a long time till we see each other again. And I know days can be long when you're all alone, because nights can be long when I'm all alone. So I thought this could give you some company.
I appreciate it. While I don't usually have issues thinking of you, this will help keep you in mind.
I think another kind of sheepish look from Moon, and then I really missed you.
I missed you as well.
I always miss you, but I think I missed you extra this time.
Feels like we were apart a lot longer than usual, yes.
But I hope the company these gives will make your smile all the bigger when we see each other next time.
And the sun does smile, warm and bright, as they always do. Because it's hard for...
Okay, what are we doing this time? 7.
For our waxing gibbous, we have a difficult endeavor.
Hi!
Hello. It's good to see you, but... Oh, I need more time.
Oh, I can't really do anything about that.
I know, and there's nothing I can really do of it either, but it's getting too cold.
Oh. I can try and be warmer tonight. Not really my speciality, but it happens.
Not usually.
Sometimes when you leave a lot of your warmth behind, it can carry out, but not for long.
No. And I'm trying to do what I can, but things are freezing. Things are freezing over.
Well, that's just part of the cycle. It always is.
It doesn't make it any easier. I'm not blaming you for that. I know I have in the past, but
Okay, well, let's try and make it warmer then. Let's do that thing you do where sometimes the warmth stays over.
There's another smaller smile this time, which is an odd thing to see out of them because they're normally so vibrant and louder than life, and small is not really something they do.
Yeah.
But it's an attempt, and there is kind of a rush of warmth and kind of a last ditch effort to try and warm the sky.
Yeah.
Just a bit more as they're slowly losing sight of where they're trying to protect.
I think for Moon's part, it's maybe kind of obvious that Moon does not see this as the problem Sun sees it as.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it's distressing Sun, maybe in the past that annoyed them in other cycles, but it's distressing them to see Sun distressed and knowing it is in part because of them, even if it is not their fault.
Mm.
So Moon is just trying to think and, knows that a lot of times when it is warm at night, it's because, the sun spent a little more time or whatever reason it gets warmer. So I think Moon's first thought is like, if I can soak up Sun's heat, maybe I can emit that heat. So as Sun is just really trying and probably really focusing, Moon just runs up and hugs.
And it probably catches Sun a little off guard. It's an embrace they return because it is warm in its own way. That more heartwarming sort of thing. And they know Moon is trying. Because, and again, in the past, Moon might have gotten annoyed at them for this, and that would be when Sun had lashed out of the, well, it's your fault. It's something they made a mindful effort not to be like, well, you're making it dark, so you're making it colder, it's your fault. But it's still something that they're trying to work through. And yes, if they can imbue Moon with any of the heat, they know that the moon normally just reflects their light. They don't really emit it themselves. But maybe, just maybe, if they can focus any of it without hurting Moon, they want to try.
Maybe. I think it's just really tight because Moon has no idea what else to do. They don't bring warmth. They don't necessarily see themselves as bringing cold either. It's just sort of a...
It's just the classic, the absence of.
Yeah. So they don't really see themselves bringing anything, but Moon doesn't bring warmth, doesn't bring cold. They just are. So it's like, if I don't emit the cold, if I'm not what's making it cold, surely absorbing the heat, then maybe I can give something. So just like the tightest hug, trying to soak it in, because maybe it can be a warm night.
Maybe.
Those aren't impossible.
Not impossible, but not normally around this time of year.
No.
But we can try. And there's a part of Sun, deep down, that knows this is mostly a fruitless effort. But they still appreciate Moon trying with everything they have to help them find a solution, make a fix, make a change. But they still know when they rise again, things will be lost, things will be frozen. Yes, it's a new day. Yes, there will always be new life, but that does not make the loss of it any easier.
And I think Moon doesn't like seeing Sun distress in any sort. At least not this time. And so trying to lighten the mood, just kind of goes, I promise this isn't just an excuse to hug you for a long time.
You don't normally need excuses.
No. But I promise that's not what this is.
I know.
Though I do like hugging you. I feel like it's been a while since that too. It's been so long it's hard to remember, but I think last cycle we weren't exactly
close.
Not in a good way.
No.
And just keeps trying to get that impossibility.
Now we are in our full moon phase.
Awoo.
Wolves don't howl at the moon.
I know.
But we are on... Ooh, I like this one immediately after that one. We're on a disagreement.
Thing. Kind of sees each other, looks at sun, and they tried to keep it warm, but they don't emit it, and so it is very, if anything, worse than how sun left it.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's hard for sun to be anything but bright, but bigger than life, but the flames aren't as wild and free as they maybe normally are around them as they start to rise the next morning.
And I think moon, perhaps because they had been trying so hard all night and seeing it fail, they're already in that state of, I fucked up, but no, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I did. And then seeing the flames be dimmer on sun triggers old wounds, and just a little unjustly, Moon just kind of snapped. I did my best.
I know.
Okay, you say you know, but you have that. You're upset.
Of course I'm upset.
This is what happens. I don't get why every time you're so upset. It happens every time. And this is what needs to happen.
Again, that doesn't make it any easier or make me like it. I'm allowed to not like it.
No, you cannot like it, but it's been... Ultimately, this is a good thing. You can't do your thing if this doesn't happen. And I don't understand, and I know in the past when I don't understand that makes you upset, but I don't understand why it hits you so hard every time. And you all just say every time it's, I know that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, and I don't get why it hurts.
Because you're not as connected as I am. I've given the warmth, the life to these things that are losing it. I feel that connection. You get to watch and be detached. I don't.
I wouldn't say I'm detached. That makes it sound like I don't care. And I do care.
That's not any of what has been said thus far.
No. It's hard to explain, and I think maybe I get that that's... You can't explain because I can't understand, and I can't explain because you can't understand. I care, but I just... I see on the little scale, and you see the big scale of all these things dying, but I see that, yeah, that beautiful tree over there. It's wilting and, it doesn't look so good. But I know when the tree dies, you'll come back, and with your ability, you'll make something even more beautiful grow. Or even give the tree itself a new life. And so I don't understand how being able to create life...
Does saying goodbye ever make it easier when we know we're going to say hello again? Does it not hurt every time, despite we know that the cycle will repeat, that it will start again, that we'll have another chance, that new things will come and new things will grow? Does that make the ending of it any easier?
No. Because I don't know what we'll get next time.
Exactly. Yes, things will grow, new things will be born, new things will live, but that doesn't make me mourn the loss of the old ones any less. Just because something's going to replace it doesn't make its loss any less sad. I'm supposed to not care just because it will be replaced again. I'm supposed to not care just because I can make something new happen. Who cares about the old thing? Because it's just going to be replaced again. Why should I care about the new thing if it's just going to be replaced again? That is how you sound when you say you don't understand why it hits me so hard. And why it feels like you don't care.
I don't create. So to me, it just seems... I care, but I just see the beauty in everything you create. And I'm eager to see the new things. It doesn't mean I like to see the old things go. I just don't attach the same sadness to it. And I'm not saying that makes your sadness not good. It's just I don't like feeling like I cause that sadness when you bring me joy.
I see the joy in the things I create. That doesn't mean I'm blind to the sadness of things when they go. And you saying you don't get it, why do you care, is very dismissive of me caring.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be dismissive. I wanted to understand. And I know that I'm not always. I think I get it this time. Even if I can't get it to the same extent. I think it's that moment where I have to imagine this is an old hashing out.
And now we are on our waning gibbous.
One,
again, for us letting the dice decide, this is turning out very nice. It's a secret confided.
I feel like it's quiet for a long time, like they're both there.
Mm-hmm. In that moment where one's in the west, one's in the east, sharing that sky for that very brief period.
I'm sorry.
So am I. I didn't mean to be as harsh as I was about it all.
And I didn't mean to be dismissive.
I know. And I do know you did your best to help. I was more upset at the situation than at you. But then it felt like my feelings were being dismissed and I got defensive, and I do apologize.
And it felt, and maybe it's just the past, but it felt like you were going to blame me, so I think I just preemptively defended myself.
I know.
Kind of looks down at hands, and fiddles a bit, and then goes, I'm jealous of you.
There's kind of a curious look in their face.
Like I said last time, I don't create. I mean, you create life and plants and help things thrive and make things warm. I don't even create the cold. I'm just absent of anything.
That's not entirely true. It's not the same, no, but you still control the tides.
I control it. I don't make. I make a little bit of light. And maybe that's why, like I said last time, why I can't get it. I don't know what it feels like to create. And I never will.
It's not quite the same. But you did remake the stars for me. Even if temporary. But as you pointed out, everything's temporary.
Yeah. And I did make those, and it was fun. But I was able to make it because of you.
And it's not the same. I know.
So it's not a lack of caring. It's a lack of the connection. It's theoretical for me. I can only enjoy the things you make. And I do. I love the things you make. And I can't give you anything to love when you're up. So I'm jealous. And maybe that's why I come across as dismissive.
There's a long, drawn-out pause there. And a sigh. I wish there was a way I could help you understand, help you form that connection, even if in the same breath that's as cruel as it would be kind. It's a shame to love something you know you can lose.
The closest I have to that is you, but I never lose you. I maybe lose this version of you.
But we always come back together, eventually.
Yeah. And that's why the closest thing, your analogy kind of worked, and it made sense, and it made me kind of realize, but we don't die. The goodbye is hard, and not knowing what comes next, and which you I'm gonna get, and which me I'll be. That can be hard.
But we're inevitable.
Yeah. And so I think to be okay with our inevitability, I'm just okay with all inevitabilities. And it's just going to be a thing. I don't think we ever fully understand the other side.
There's a small nod. I know we'll never fully understand each other's side. But that's... We're on to our third quarter moon. That's our first reroll. That's a 6. 5. I like the story the dice are telling. It's the first time. I think this is the first time, kind of since the last few encounters, that the sun seems brighter and fiery and kind of back to themselves again.
I think seeing that moon is instantly relaxed and kind of happy and,
not feeling quite as defensive as they've been feeling the past couple.
Yeah.
They give that big, warm smile. It's like, I brought something else for you this time.
You keep giving me gifts this time around and I have nothing.
It's all right. But that's part of why I brought it. Again, another simple looking box, muted tones like the moon, just holds it out to them.
Takes it, opens it, same as last time.
It looks even more innocuous than the Stardust did. The Stardust at least had a shimmer, had a feeling to it. This seems similar to a stone, almost. Make something with it.
What?
Carve it, mold it, create something with it. Yes, it's still, when the moon picks it up, it has the warmth of the sun to it. Yes, it's still partially them fueling it. But for the first time, the moon can shape something as they please.
Yeah, I think Moon is just speechless for a bit. Because, yes, on the one hand, I'm not creating, but this is creation. This is the closest Moon will ever get to creation.
They may not be able to do it from scratch, but they've been given tools, not just a complete object. Yes.
Yeah. What should I make?
Whatever feels right.
What if I do it wrong?
There's no such thing.
Think. Moon puts the rock in the box, puts the box in a pocket. If not a literal pocket, then like a pocket dimension type.
Yeah.
Back in my little hole.
We're going to sit that in that little galaxy for a second.
And I think kind of walks up to Sun, puts... Moon is going to try for an eclipse, but it has to be a mutual.
I am okay with us burning our eclipse for this scene.
Yeah. I think can feel it. And I feel like when an eclipse happens, it's like you can feel one trying to make it happen, but it does need both of them. Mm-hmm. Like maybe even that other one with the hug, Moon tried to make that eclipse happen, but Sun didn't. You know what I mean?
Yes, but also that doesn't exist because you went past time on that
I
one.
did, yes.
But anyway.
But yeah, Moon is holding on, trying to make it happen, and like is relieved when
Sun embraces them back. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think knowing now that they have the time and this doesn't have to be rushed, Moon just takes a moment to just look at Sun. Because I don't think in this new... It's always been like, oh, we know we only have so much time. And we always have something to talk about or do. So I think Moon just takes a bit to just look at Sun. And then after a beat, Moon's gonna kiss Sun.
And Sun will take advantage of that long moment of just looking at each other. Because the same way, they just haven't been able to have this moment yet since they got reacquainted. And will return the kiss.
And I don't know how long they just kiss, but they have the time now. So until it becomes very much okay, we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Moon's just gonna kiss Sun.
So for our waning crescent, we will be doing Getting Acquainted. Did you ever decide what you were going to make?
I'm working on it. I've never done it before.
No, I know.
I think after like having the kiss and that, Moon just kind of immediately sidles up to Sun, maybe even lays head on shoulder. I'm still working on it. It's not finished yet.
That's all right.
I can show you next time.
Okay. There's just a long embrace, I think. And then we've worked through a lot this time, but I still don't feel like I know you this time.
I get that. I don't think I know you this time either. Like, I do. You're always you.
But your quirks of this time together.
Yeah. I feel like I have more energy this time.
I was about to say, you seem a lot happier than a couple past cycles.
Yeah. I think... And I know it doesn't last. It might last. I don't know. I just think I adjusted. That I decided to embrace what all this was. I think the times between the cycles was so long and I was just alone. I mean, we were both alone. But things are more out when you have more to watch sometimes. Like, I have things to watch. They can be very sneaky things, though. But, I don't know. I guess I just got comfortable and seeing you, it's didn't seem worth being distant or aloof like I might have once.
I understand. It's having that connection while you can.
Yeah.
There's no like cruelty in their statement. It's just like, see, I told you. I tried to tell you, but not cruelly.
Yeah. And I think it almost embraces like both the points of the while you can. Like, the mourning it when it's gone, just enjoy it while it's here. But yeah, I think kind of lets down a little sheep. Like, yeah. You seem a little more serious this time around.
I think more serious and less chaotic are not quite the same thing.
I just feel like last version you and this version me would have really got on.
Or the world would have burned a little more.
Also possible.
It's going through a phase. I don't do that as often as you do.
No. I think kind of reaches up, touches face, and goes, you have a dimple this time. I don't think you had that dimple before.
That's a charming dimple.
It's a very charming dimple.
Might try to get a matching one next time. So we're finally on our last phase of this playthrough. It is the new moon. We agreed that the thoughts of the future would be our prompt for this time.
I'm done. I finished it.
You did.
Yeah. I'm not sure I know what it is.
If nothing else, it can join the platypi in Australia.
Kind of takes it out, and it's a stone, and you do have to shape a stone. It is still stone. But I think it's those, those like scene stones that people use?
The triangle with like the hole in the middle sort of thing.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. It's like this simple thing, and we don't know when this is. Maybe this is the first one to ever exist. But kind of holds it out and goes, I don't know what it is, but I'd like there to be more of them.
I think they kind of pick it up and look through it as you do. I think we can do that. We can make them together.
Yeah. Maybe we can make a lot of things together.
I would like that.
I liked making something.
And I never mind having a little help.
Okay, so this time around we make things. That's what we do.
Together.
I like that.
So do I. Can have more input. Even if you can't create them yourselves, they can be your ideas. Or at least partially.
I like that. I've never really... I've had ideas, but I don't think I've ever really had ideas because there was no point. There's a point now.
There is.
I think this is the closest I'm going to get to getting it.
And I want to help you understand. I don't want us to keep fighting about that.
No, there's so many other things to fight about.
There's plenty to fight about. But this one, we can maybe... Oh, this is our first playthrough of this game ever. We have never played it before, and oh my god, this is such a fun game to play.
Oh, it was like fucking made for us.
Oh, it's so good. Again, it's Perihelion, a Siren Song game by Megan Cross. You got it off itch.io?
Itch.io. There is, I can't remember if this game was completely free or if it was like it was cheap either way.
But it was an absolutely fun game. I already can't wait to play another rendition of it.
Yeah.
You can have as little prep or as much prep as you want. We went in where are they in their cycle? How many times have they seen each other? Okay, go.
Yeah. And hey, we might do this again. We might do a waning, and it might be a continuation of this cycle, the end of it. Or it might be a completely different cycle. In the future? In the past?
Who's to say?
I might be the sun.
I might be the moon. But 10 out of 10, amazing game. This was so much fun to play. And as usual, we hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed playing. It's not often Emery gets to cry as a player. They normally cry as a DM.
Yeah. Holy shit. And it's usually once I make one of my players cry that I start crying. I was the only crier. Not to say Cody never got emotional.
But that just was not my son's character in this one.
No, and I do feel like there was a lot of, like, both of them had growth, but this really did seem to be, like, a huge growth.
For the moon, specifically.
Yeah.
But, again, Perihelion, check it out. Super fun, super quick from setup to end, including a brief break. We've been going for, like, an hour.
Yeah. We're probably going to do it again.
So check that out. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
We don't have an ADHD. So
no. Bye.
Bye.